This is the video for balancing equations. It's our first practice video. I've never done a video like this where I'm going to attempt to draw for you on the screen, so bear with me if it's super horrible and ugly. But basically you're going to watch this video, and then on the next slide there will be some practice problems for you to try on your own. I will also type those up for you so that they're nice and neat, and you can read them, so that if my handwriting stinks in the video, you'll still be able to do it. But in class we talked today about how whatever you have on one side of a chemical reaction is going to be the same on the other side, even if it doesn't look the same as what it started with. So here's phosphorus, and we're going to add to this phosphorus some oxygen gas. And just so that it looks the way you would expect it to look, I'm going to make these our little subscripts for you. And when you're typing your paper, which you're going to have to do next week, you're going to need to make those subscripts too. So what I did is I went up to Format, and when you click on Format, the pull down menu says Subscript, and you just hit that, and then it gives you this little tiny number. So I have P4O2. Now generally what you would see before each reactant is a line. And I had asked some of the other kids, what do you think that line is for? And some of them got it, that it is for the coefficient. Hang on one second, I'm just trying to clear my formatting and it's not doing it for me. Now it's really tiny. Okay. So what happens here is we can't change the amount of atoms that are here. So we basically have 4 phosphorus atoms right here. And we can't change the amount of oxygen atoms that we have. So we have 2 oxygen atoms right here. So all we can do is change the coefficients. So what I had told some of you guys in class, and some of you we didn't quite get to this point, but you can imagine like if this was a bottle of phosphorus, we can't change the phosphorus in the bottle, but we can pour more in. So this little line here prior to the atomic symbol is for when we want to pour in more of the substance. So for example, if I put a 2 here, that is telling me that I have 2 of these 4 phosphorus molecules. So I would now have 8, 2 times 4. So I would have 8 phosphorus on this side of the equation now. If I put in a 3 over here, now I would have 3 of these oxygen molecules, these dioxide molecules. So what this allows us to do is to look at a chemical equation like phosphorus plus oxygen and to say that this chemical equation is going to give us something else. I still can't fix my cursor here, so just bear with me. And this is going to give us P2O3. So when we put these together, it's going to give us a new, or it's going to do nothing. It's going to give us a new molecule. So now our equation says that I have 4 phosphorus bond together to make a molecule. I have 2 oxygens bonded together to make a molecule. When I react these 2 elemental molecules together, I will get a new compound. My new compound is P2O3. So if I look at this, on this side, I currently have 4 phosphorus. I have 2 oxygen. On this side, I don't have 4 phosphorus, I only have 2. So our conservation of matter law tells us that there must be more of this product produced when we start off with this amount of reactant. So if you think about what could I multiply 2 by to make this 4? Because remember, I can't change how many atoms I have. I can only pour more from the bottle into the reaction. So if I put a 2 here, now I would have 2 times 2. So now I actually have 4 phosphorus on this side. But this coefficient doesn't just affect the phosphorus because this was a whole molecule when we started. So this coefficient affects the phosphorus and the oxygen. So I have 2 times 2 to give me 4 phosphorus, and 2 times 3 to give me 6 oxygen. So what I've actually done is balanced my phosphorus, but now my oxygens are unbalanced. So in order for this product to be created, we must have started with more oxygens than we're currently showing. So 2 times 3 over here would give us 6. 2 times 3 oxygens is 6 oxygens. So you can ask yourself, what could I multiply this 2 by to give me 6? And hopefully you're saying 3. So yeah, if I put a 3 here, now I'm going to have 3 times 2, so 6 oxygens here. 2 times 3, 6 oxygens here. 4 phosphorus, and 2 times 2 is 4 phosphorus. So now this would be a balanced chemical equation. And when we use these, it's basically showing us what we started with and how much of it we should end up with. And you will find out that there are things called limiting reagents. And it says how far our reaction can progress. So for us, there was a problem. We couldn't create this amount of reaction without increasing our amount of oxygen over here. So our oxygen is our limiting factor over here. So now you're going to try these on your own. I've given you 3 that are hopefully relatively easy. They will be on the next slide, so you can pause it and work from the video. They will also be as a Google Doc attached to this same post in Google Classroom. And we will work through these together when I get to see you guys next, so that you'll be able to see it. And I can show you a little T-chart. If you put a line down the middle and you make it into a little T-chart, you can really easily do the math. So I'll show you that, but I want to do it together in class. So I'll show you those at another time. So when you're ready, you can skip ahead, or it'll just progress on its own actually, to the next slide, and that will give you guys the 3 examples that you're going to practice tonight for homework. If you get stressed or frustrated or you don't think you can figure it out, it's okay. Just be prepared to ask questions when you come into class again, so that you can have an idea of where you want to go with this information. Okay? Thank you. Okay, so here are your 3 practice problems. Keep in mind, whenever you have a capital letter, it is a whole new element. So this is nitrogen, this is hydrogen, this is nitrogen, this is fluorine. Whenever you see something like this, where it's a big letter and a little letter, that is the same element. So this is bromine, this is sodium. Okay, so you can write these on the left-hand side of your notebook and practice them there. I've also made a slide presentation of this, so you can kind of see it. If you want to make a copy of the slides and do them on the copy for your electronic notebook, you can do that. You can also print them out. I'm going to make this a printable version on a Google Doc as well. So you can print them or copy them or handwrite them, whatever works best for you guys. And we'll try these tomorrow.